You know, one of my favorite parts about popping in any game is to see the opening cinematic or introduction cutscene, depending on which way you look at it. These are some of my favorite moments in games because usually it just gets me right in the mood and ready to play that game. So today, I want to talk about some of my favorite video game openings / intros of all time. The first one I want to talk about is technically not an opening or an introduction cutscene, but I love it so much that I'm just going to include it anyway. So, in the very first Halo, and Halo 2, but I'm talking about the first one in particular, when you get to the title screen, don't hit any buttons for like 45 seconds. You know, you'll see it do the cinematic thing with the Halo, and then it goes to black, and then you see the Halo logo, and it starts playing the classic Halo music that I love so much. And right away, I'm thrown in. I want to play this game so bad just from hearing that first note. And, you know, it shows you all the different ways you can play the game. You know, it shows you the single player mode, the co-op mode, and multiplayer. And, man, it is so awesome to see. I mean, you know, I'm just going to say this right now. Putting the Halo music over anything automatically makes it even cooler. Here, watch. See, I just played the Halo music over my morning routine, and it automatically made it even more cooler. So that's proof that it can do it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that one. I don't ever get sick of talking about Halo, so yeah, I thought I'd just include it. Now the second intro I want to talk about is from a game that's also very close to my heart. The original Silent Hill on the PlayStation. By far one of the greatest survival horror games of all time. And, you know, it's right there with Resident Evil as one of my favorite franchises of all time. I mean, it's the franchise that got me into survival horror. But I love this intro so much because we get to see all the characters in their daily lives, or, you know, before all hell breaks loose. You know, we get to see Harry and Cheryl driving to their vacation to Silent Hill. We get to see Lisa and Michael Kaufman just, you know, being a doctor and a nurse. We get to see Alessa before, you know, she's dead. And we get to see Dahlia Gillespie and all this weird, freaky imagery in it. And I've probably watched this intro about 1,000,000 times, and I've never gotten sick of it. It's easily one of the best intros of all time, and it gets you into the mood. You like, with that creepy music and everything, you just want to play some Silent Hill. And actually, I'm probably gonna play a little bit after recording the intro because, well, I love it so much, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'd accidentally played through the entire game. But that's besides the point. But seriously, the Silent Hill games are phenomenal. Well, the first three. After that, they kind of lost track, but that's also besides the point. The Silent Hill 1 intro is amazing, it's captivating, it always has held my attention, and I never get sick of it. I mean, hell, every time I pop it in, I hardly ever skip it. And that's just a testament to how awesome it is. I mean, there's a lot of great PS1 intros that I could talk about for hours. I mean, Wild Arms, Symphony of the Night had a pretty cool one. I also thought that, right now, I always thought that Kingsfield had a pretty decent one as well. There's a lot of great ones, but Silent Hill, definitely one of the better ones. Now, the last introduction I want to talk about is also one of my personal favorites. I mean, obviously, because it's in this video. But the original Fallout introduction gives me chills every time I see it. I mean, the creepy music that flows into it, and you hear Ron Perlman utter that amazing Fallout quote.
War never changes. The Romans waged war to gather slaves and wealth. Spain built an empire from its lust for gold and territory. Hitler shaped a battered Germany into an economic superpower. But war never changes.
It's definitely one of the more haunting moments of the Fallout series. I mean, I think the first one is definitely like the most ambient out of all of the Fallout games. I mean, the soundtrack, it has my favorite soundtrack of all the Fallout games. It's not my favorite one. I mean, my personal favorite is Fallout 3 because, you know, a lot of people talk about, well, Bethesda never got a Fallout game right. Yes, they did. You got 3, New Vegas, and 4 right. So, shut your trap. But, the original Fallout intro, it's the same thing as the Silent Hill intro. I like hardly ever skip it every time I play it. Even though I've seen it a million times and could probably recite it word for word, I still find it to be very chilling. You know, like when Ron Perlman says, you know, within a couple hours, the earth was turned to cinders. And it's just, it's creepy. You know, and the fact that we're probably not that far from our own destruction probably has something to do with it, but yeah, definitely Fallout 1, a haunting introduction that everyone should watch. So that's gonna do it for my favorite intros, at least for this episode. I might do another one sometime down the future because, man, I love these introductions, and there's so many good ones. You know, I already mentioned Wild Arms, that's definitely one of my favorites, but man, I want to go into that a little more depth, but I can't do that right now. So next time we'll talk about that one. And I know this was a shorter video, so yeah, sorry about that. Also, reviews are going to be coming next year. I got a little tired of doing them for a couple months, so I thought I'd do something a little bit different in the month of December. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in another video.